watching some Evil Dead. This is my buddy. He's back. This is my other buddy. What's up? Where you been? He's got a bad ear attack. I'm gonna smoke this and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some triple antibiotic ointment and put on his ear. Put a little dab on his ear after he gets into his Tomcat fight. Then that way I'll help him out. Because he's a fucking great guy. This guy's my best friend. And he's been getting a lot of poontang recently. Haven't you, dude? Medical update. Cat is not outside. I went out there to doctor his ear. I got the medicine. I put it out there, but he's already gone. He got fresh food. He got fresh water. He's out there tapping that ass again. Because he's gone. He's not fucking hanging out. He's not hiding. He left. He's getting pussy. He likes to get it in the early morning. And you know, that's a good time. You know? A nice morning shag. That's a good time to get it. Especially if you had it the night before. You get a little at the night, then get a little early morning. It's the best part of waking up. It is, next to coffee. You really want some food. Oh, shit. Sorry, pardon me. He looked at me like I was a fucking asshole. Maybe I am. You know? I've got my problems too. I'm not perfect. You know? Watching these movies and having fun today. I've done my school. I went off with my friends. I asked my friend if he would come and get me when he had to pick up the kids from school. And they might be moving. They may be moving. And this sucks because in my life I've limited myself down to just a few friends. Now I have my friend Ronnie back. You know, the whole time I was married, I think Ronnie moved to Florida and I moved away. You know, but up the whole high school time, Ronnie right there. We were real tight buds. And I don't even think he ever met my wife. Which is just so weird. But we just missed times. So I have recovered one of my friends from the deepest past. I have my other friend that comes and visits me that I care a lot about. The lady. And I love these people. I love these people, my friends. When I went over to my friend's house, and the last time I went there, it was New Year. It was Thanksgiving. And when I went there today, I could feel the same feeling that I felt because that's the only place I go. I don't go too many places. If I don't go to town or do some job, I don't go and hang out at my friend's house. I'm a homebody and I stay here. Some of that's due to the damage of life. You know, after I realized not to drive, it's the same with sex. You know, stopping doing it was a good benefit, but when it's time to start again, to open that part back up, just because you want to and you're ready to do it doesn't mean that you can. You know what I mean? It just means the time that you weren't doing it willingly, that you've gained the benefit from not doing it in the wrong conditions. And I've done that. I quit driving without the license, with my car fucked up. I stopped driving like that. And I'm just to the place where I just need to take the test and get my license. And that's not bad. I don't have a suspended license. I don't have any problems with my license. You know, So, that being said, I went over there and I felt the feeling of joy that I had when I was talking to my ex, because I don't really want to come away having burnt that bridge or having that bridge burnt by that person. There was a lot of stuff I got to communicate during that period of time uh, that we had to talk, which was, over a week, more than a week. You know, I can't really explain, but I started feeling this, because we did have an event that happened, but I don't know why. That's not the event that kept us from communicating anymore, because we still spoke. She had even came here. You know what I mean? I too am wondering what's the deal about that time period? What was really going wrong and fucked up about it? What did we miss? Because clearly there's something like that going on, or I wouldn't have had to relive it. And, fucking Evil Dead off. Now he's happy. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. See, this is a good fucking, this is a cat fucking, like a sanctuary for fucking cats. Got Tomcat, got Gina Cat, Gracie Cat, Sunny Sunshine. Gracie, like, Gracie Marie. What? Am I saying her name wrong? I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. I don't know the middle names of the dogs. The cats. See what I'm saying? This is working great. No, if you have somebody in your life that's difficult, or you have an opportunity to not shut off somebody, they can be a difficult person. Maybe you have a brother or a sister that's like this, for whatever reason. If it's a challenging person in your life, um, I beseech you to try and be the bigger person and be the bridge and not the wall. Walls, I heard this in the spirit one time, and it was one of those things that I heard, and it was like, build bridges, not walls. And out of the blue, at some period of time, and I'm not the best at it, but I've learned a lot about walls in the pursuit of trying to keep bridges alive with people. There's people that you shouldn't communicate with, that you need to not have in your life. I understand that. But I also understand that some people are the problem people that hear the message. You are the problem person. You're the one, you might be the one that, you know, uh, is either, there's thousands of things that people do that drive other people crazy and fuck other people's lives up. It could be drinking, it could be, my brother told me something. He's like, she lies to me about money. Just little dumb stuff. Where did that, what did you spend this amount of money on? Oh, I don't remember. You know? I take strong medicine. Not every day, but every once in a while. I'm a psychonaut. I go on mind trips. That doesn't mean uh, that need not infringe upon someone's greater reality of how they to be great. You know what I mean? But I'm transparent about it because I know myself. I know who I am. And I don't feel like I'm a bad person. I know that sometimes, if you've ever felt like um, you were being made a bad person, you know what that feels like. you know what that feels like. And when you feel that feeling, um, when you do good or the best you can or something like that, because in my material life, it doesn't appear to be successful, but in my emotional life, I feel like it is. It is successful. I have learned a lot of things that I needed to learn in this life. I don't think you come here on this world to have a fucking vacation. Maybe you succeed. You get a big ass house. Maybe you get a Learjet. Maybe you get a Leering Center and $1 million government contract. Maybe, but maybe not. That's the move right there. And you put on the little banker cap, little banker visor, and fucking do like that. That's not what the world's about. You need that to live, yes, but that is a minor, that's just as important as it is breathing, drinking water. Some things should be basic, other things more advanced.